right, everybody, we're back with episode number 7 of the DIY bow build. Now today in episode number 7, we're going to go ahead and sight in the Spott Hogg Fast Eddy XL double pin. I need to go ahead and get my 20-yard pin established, so that way I can put my sight calibration tape on here, and then we'll have to pack up all our equipment and everything and head over to an area where I can actually shoot out to 60 yards. And so I'll need to shoot out to 60 yards, and then that'll give me, based off my calibration scale and my sight in at 60 yards, that'll give me what number sight tape I need to use. So right now we're going to get started with my 20. I need to I'm going to kind of walk back a little bit to 20. So I'm going to start at maybe like 10 yards and then go like 15 and then 20. And then from there, we'll get my sight tape. So let's get started. All right, first shot at 10 yards. All right, looks like from 10 yards right here, I am high and left. Same exact spot. I'm actually not going to shoot another at 10 yards because I don't want to hit my other arrows right there. All right, I'm moved back to 15 yards now. I've made my adjustments on my sight, both up and down and left and right. So now we'll try 15 yards. All right, just hitting a little left. Just gonna make a small adjustment on my sight and then do another one. Still at 15 yards here. Still hitting left. Make another small adjustment. All right, let's go pull these and then we're gonna move back to 20. All right, now we're at 20 yards and this will be my final yardage point before I start getting my calibration scale out. So let's see how this one goes. Dead center, maybe just a touch low. I pulled that one to the right, or excuse me, to the left. That one was my fault. Okay, looks like I'm hitting just a tad low. So I'm hitting just a tad low. So I just need to go ahead and just bring my sight, like rotate my dial so my sight comes down a little bit. And then, but as far as left and right windage, I'm pretty much squared away. All right, so I was hitting a tad low, so I'm going to bring my sight housing just down just a little bit. Now, if I can do this without pulling any shots, all these shots should be straight in the middle. I did move the target to the single circle. Okay, still a little left on that one. That might have been me. My arms are kind of tired today. Not trying to make any excuses, but it is what it is. Same spot. So it's possible I might actually need to come to the right even a little more, because those two shots were pretty consistent. Yep, so all three of them are hitting left, so I actually need to bring my sight over some more. Make a couple adjustments there. Elevation looks like it's decent, but I still want to shoot some more rounds before I 100% decide. All right, made a couple small adjustments as far as windage and elevation. I pulled it right a little bit. I punched the trigger, and punching the trigger is still something that I'm very much still trying to work on, because I still do it a lot. Also need to remember my follow through, because I'm not doing that. I'm just messing up everything today. Okay, much better shot. That one was in the middle. I had my follow through. I didn't punch the trigger. I let it surprise me. And that one was dead middle. So that's the standard I'm going to go off of right now, is that one that's in the dead middle. But I'm going to go pull those, and I'm going to shoot probably 2 or 3 more rounds. All right, so we're going to shoot another round, but I just wanted to make note that I took the lanyard off of this Nock to it. And the reason is because, one, I don't really feel that I need it, but 2, I'm going to be running an advanced outdoor technology holder, like it's like a little holster that this will go into, and it's not really going to work out with the lanyard or the wrist sling or whatever you want to call it on there. So I went ahead and took that off, and I think I'm going to enjoy this much more now that it doesn't have the lanyard on there. But at any rate, so we're still shooting at 20. I'm going to shoot about 2 or 3 more rounds. Alright, I got the camera set up on the target right here. I'm still shooting at 20 yards, just trying to dial in a little bit. From working out pretty much this whole week, my arms are pretty tired, so I notice I'm shaking quite a bit when I'm coming back to draw. So these arrows aren't falling in exactly like I'd want them to, but we're pretty close. Do this one round, and then we'll call it a day. So those shots aren't too bad, right? They're grouped nice right there on the left. One pretty much right on the outside ring there. So not too bad overall. And these 2 right here were my first 2 shots, and then this was the 3rd one. I don't know. I think I'm going to take a break for today and let my shoulder rest a little bit. And then maybe this week I might do some more shooting. But at any rate, guys, I think that's about all the shooting I'm going to do today. Like I said, my shoulder's pretty tired. I'm shaking at full draw. It shouldn't be that way. And I'm not going to just settle on a sight tape just to settle and be done with this project. I'm not in a rush. So I'm going to give my shoulder a rest for a couple days. And then maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll come back out and I'll finish sighting in the bow. All right, what's up, everybody? So I went ahead and gave my shoulder a rest for a couple days, okay? And so I feel a lot better today, so I'm going to go ahead and get this 20-yard dialed in. But the place that I was going to go and set my 60-yard pin up, I actually don't think I can videotape over there. It's kind of close to a flight line on a military installation. I don't think they're going to take too kindly to me videotaping over there. So I'm not going to be able to videotape my 60-yard. For right now, we're going to go ahead and sling some arrows. I did go ahead and put a stabilizer that I had laying around. I went ahead and put that on the bow. And then I've got my little holster here from Advanced Outdoor Technologies, trying it out with this Nock to it. So far, I'm a fan of this, but we'll see if I end up keeping it on the bow or not. But at any rate, go ahead and put a stab on there. we're going to go ahead and finish setting up my 20 yard, and then we'll go from there. All right, the first three were okay, just a little low and left. So, but I'm just now getting warmed up. I just started, so I'm gonna fling probably, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 more rounds. Punched the trigger on that one. Another thing that I'm checking when I go down and look at my arrows is to make sure that they're all coming in straight, okay? So you don't want one like kicked off to the side and one like kicked low and all that kind of stuff. You want them to come in all extremely straight. And what that tells me is that my paper tuning actually ended up turning out really well. All of these arrows, even though I might not be grouping them really super tight right now, when they're coming in, they're all extremely straight and in line. So I let the trigger surprise me on that one, but I wasn't on target. Just another note about these Easton FMJ 5mm arrows. What I've noticed, what I think, and I don't know if it's just my perception, maybe I'm just crazy, but these sound like they hit my target down there a lot harder with a lot more force than my Carbon Express arrows. So these things seem like they're hitting pretty dang hard. All right, so my windage left and right I think is spot on. Now I just need to mess with my elevation. I think I may need to come down just a little bit, but I'm gonna shoot a couple more times and find out. All right, I think that last group was my best group yet. All right, so we can see that my windage left and right I think is pretty good. So what I need to do now is I think I just need to go ahead and let's see, so I'm hitting high, so I need to bring my scope up. So I'm going to just rotate my dial. Oh, excuse me, I'm hitting a little high, so I need to rotate my dial down just a touch, and I think that'll put me right where I need to be. All right, so I'm hitting a touch high, and I think I was right the first time. Okay, I need to bring my dial so that I'm coming down just a tad. So I'm gonna rotate my dial just a little bit. Now let's see how this goes. All right, I think I'm pretty well convinced that where I have it set at right now is gonna be my 20. Let's go down and look at this last group. All right, so here's my 20 yard. Looks pretty good. I let my trigger surprise me, and 2 out of those 3 ended up pretty well. And then this one here, I wasn't really on the circle when the trigger surprised me and I let go. So that one pulled a little bit, but you can see that my windage and elevation are spot on. So that's where I'm gonna run my 20 pin for now. All right, guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap up my sight. I got my 20 yard set, and then I need to go out and do my 60. So I'm going to make sure I got plenty of arrows. I'm going to go grab my target, load it in the car, And like I said, I can't videotape out where I'm going to do this, where this sighting in. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see that. But I'm also not going to bore you with cutting out sight tapes and putting a sight tape on here. I'm going to put my calibration tape on here. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to shoot out to 60, and then wherever that number lands, I'm going to shoot out to 60, and then wherever that number lands right here on this calibration scale, that'll be which one of these sight tapes I end up putting on the dial. So, and then if I'm in between a sight tape, I'm going to go with the higher number. That'll pretty much wrap up today's video. In the next video, I do have a couple accessories coming from Lancaster Archery. Hopefully they show up here soon, and if they do, I'll go ahead and show you guys installing them on the bow. I appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this video. Don't forget, be a good predator.